Okay? Before the game starts, there are a few things you have to always think about, which is what is your team's win condition, what is enemy's win condition. So how can you basically know which is what win condition, right? So usually just to think, okay, is the enemy strong as 5 or is strong as 4? So in this game, for example, right, we have a Kisanta with Olaf. So usually how you decide if you're strong 4-4 or 5-5 is that usually it depends on top lane. Let's say if you're against a Sion, well, if you're groups, useless. If I have a Sion, I can group, right? So in this game, both top laners can pretty much defend and play side lane. So we have our 4-man against these champs. So I would say that their team, right, what they want to do is try to get 6. After 6, I think the champs become a bit more online. Pre-6, my team should be able to bully them on bot lane. And mid lane is just kind of chilling, right? But Vladimir will be really OP against their champions. So we can 5-5 and can 4-4, but the most important things that you want to do is recognize how do you want to fight as well. Because in the end, right, not sure if you guys think about it, but let's say play against these champs, okay? What do they want to do? They'll press ultimate, try to one-shot us, and if that doesn't work, I can tell that Twitch is useless. So maybe I just want to pop my ult on Twitch, make him fly away that he can't use the ultimate, because Lucianami is going to be better champs without ultimate, right? And Vladimir, if he gets items, he'll be pretty OP as well. So just you have to look at the team composition, what do they want to do, how do you want to team fight, and think about it. And what do you want to do pre-6? Pre-6, like I said, aggressive bot lane, mid lane chilling. And after 6, we are pretty strong as well, but especially my AD carry doesn't flash against Rakan, you have to be really careful. But anyway, so my game plan in this game is it's Ghost against Ghost on top lane, and I have a Gragas and an Olaf. So bot lane is not volatile enough for me to go there, which I believe top lane is. So I believe that I'm gonna path towards the top side this game. I was gonna path one time towards top lane, and I'm just gonna play mid bot afterwards. So that's the game plan basically. So my job as a jungler is to make sure that I know where Lilia starts and know where he's gonna be pathing. And evaluating what the options are. But the thing is also is that my top lane can probably die if he gets ganked. So here's the thing though, that I didn't mention yet, is that, so imagine that for some reason that Lilia goes topside, okay? And he can't kill my top lane. You should as well think, can I dive the enemy bot lane? Because even the top lane's like this, maybe he can play safe, I can dive enemy bot lane, right? Because maybe he's thinking the same as I, but if he's not covering bot, I might be able to dive them. And I do think personally that worst case, okay, what's gonna happen is that my Olaf is gonna get lose a bit of CS, but the thing is that if I can dive bot lane, it's always worth it. In this game specifically, I'm playing as Rakan. We don't have Ignite, they have Exhaust, so it might be a bit difficult for me to dive. I'm just gonna put a ward down right there. Okay, I can't. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna start my Raptors right here. Check where he starts. So I'll just ping him to check where he starts, right? So it doesn't matter, like, okay, like, it's really important as a jungler, you just know where he starts. And, okay, look, if you want to really stick to the basics, all I'm doing is looking at where enemy jungler might be, and I'm looking at the waves, okay? I'm only doing these two things. Waves and tracking. Waves and tracking, waves and tracking, okay? I'm not gonna explain anything else, just wave and tracking. So he didn't start topside, which means that guy should start bot side, right? So knowing that information, okay? Enemy Lilia has an option to basically gank bot lane, level 3, and that's something I should really think about because my bot lane is winning, okay? So here's the thing, I'm gonna ping Lilia right there already. So they're aware of, okay, Lilia might be coming, so maybe we should put down a ward. And if they don't put down a ward, well, that's at their own risk. But you want them to be aware, because imagine my Lucian E's in and Lilia ganks them, well, that kind of blows, right? So if he's not ganking bot lane, right, very likely he should be pathing towards top side. So when he's gonna path top side, okay, I'm looking at top lane, like you see how top lane is going, it's a bit volatile, and Lilia's pathing top side, okay? So I have to path top side here because top lane is that volatile and I need to cover him. So if he's not going bot, he's going top for sure, and if I don't go top lane here, my boy's gonna die. Okay, he already died. I need to fix his wave. His wave is so dog shit. Okay, sometimes these things just happen, right? Like when people are just inting. Calm down, bro. At least Lilia's not farming and I'm not farming, so... I'll make sure I crash this. Like, all I'm doing is just recognizing how the waves are. And that's like very, very important. Okay, so I can take enemy move here. Okay, so here's the thing. I am gonna be basing it instantly. You might wonder why. Well, I'm really low. And there's not too... I mean, there's a lot of camps for me to take, right? But especially for low, just base instantly. And try to think, the moment you're in base... Okay, I said only waves and tempo, but this is really important as well, which is that... The moment you're in base, try to think, who do you want to play for? I'm pressing tap. I definitely want to play mid bot, even though my ball is a bit behind, because I can't just leave them alone. So that's the reason I'm going top the bot here. So the moment I'm in base, I know I want to play bot side, so I'm going top the bot. So guess what? It's the same thing. Waves and tracking. I mean, he has flash, maybe I can save him. I'll just walk this way, I guess. It's slightly unfortunate, but... Nah. Dude, that's slightly lower. I at least lose some mid farm, but sucks that I died there actually. Anyway, so as I've died, right, I'm just thinking, okay, still what I'm playing for, I'm definitely playing on bot side. So if Lilia base instantly goes bot lane here, right, he can be going bot lane. So I was gonna, you know, bring if they watch or some shit, but I don't have anything, so... I was gonna go for bot crab instantly here, so you can take it at least, because I know it's still up. Okay, so... I see my bot lane is cheesing a little bit here. And this is warded, so I'm just gonna clear this ward here and peace out. But with me walking like that, right, it's gonna force Lilia to kind of like hover around bot side a little bit as well. And I'm just gonna farm here because there's not too much business at the moment. Because I was looking at the waves, right, like I know that Lilia might be around bot side and that... I mean, if Lilia tries to gank bot, he should not be able to get anything if both bot lanes are playing safe. But one thing's for sure is that I will not let him crash the wave, of course. Because my bot lane is winning here, right? And they're low, so they should not get a base off. Okay, but if my Lucian is basing, then I'll just let him base. And I'll spef towards top side here. So you see top lane wave, right? It's a slow push. Which means that, look from Lilia perspective, right? This wave is at some point going to be bad. And when? It's probably that wave, right? That's coming. So on that wave, if I'm not around top side, he will get ganked and he will die. So you have to think about this thing. So I know I can't take the golems. I can only take my raptors and then I have to sprint. But since Lilia shows on mid lane, I'm actually okay. It's quite unfortunate. Okay, I mean my top side's still up, so I'm gonna just take this farm as well. While I'm at it. Okay, top lane is like very low HP, but I'm not sure if I can do something. But I'm just gonna take the fast path if possible. And here's the thing, I'm gonna base instantly because I have so much gold. But Olaf's not listening to me. I mean, I take those, buddy. I get so much money there, buddy. And top wave is good as well. And he's losing playthings. I mean, I don't mind that at all, to be honest. I take those gladly. I'm looking at my magic pen boots because I almost finished my night harvesters. Like, I got it almost. Okay, so here's the thing again: waves and tracking. Where's Lilia gonna go? Our team is losing, right? So, but even if losing, winning, it's so important to just track where he is, and you have to think again, what are you playing for? So, I want to play for bot side, but the thing is that they're getting a bit fisted, but that's okay. So I'm thinking at the moment, can I take the Drake? If I can, I'll go for it. If not, then I won't. So, I'll install on this bot lane. I'm just gonna take the Herald here. Okay, so I'm just gonna ping the Lilia's bot side, but I can tell that at this game I can carry if I actually play good. As long as I keep tracking waves and if my laners don't break the arms too hard, I think I can carry this game. So I'm doing Herald here, right? And especially the Herald, you have to make sure that your teammates are not inting. Like right here, for example, bot lane has no wards. Top lane is going super aggro. Lilia stops it, but Okay, here's the thing, my top lane is getting a bit bobbied, but I have my Night Harvester base, right? So I want to make sure I get a good base off and get my item. If my top lane doesn't get dove, that's all that matters. Because we're not winning. If you're not winning top side, you play to defend. You don't play to attack, especially if the enemy drone can be behind. Your job is just to cover, make sure you catch the wave, and that's all. Nothing else. Okay, Lilia shows on in 5 seconds. I'm chilling here. Okay, so once again, I'm basing instantly here. I have my items, Night Harvester. I'm really OP here, and I'll just buy more AP. Okay, so once again, what am I playing for? I want to clear my boss camps, pop Herald mid lane. So meanwhile, while you're farming, okay, all I'm doing is tracking, because I'm AFK at the moment, so my job is to make sure Lilia doesn't get anything. What can Lilia do? At the moment, nothing, so I can clear 2 camps, and the next wave that's coming right here, I can pop the Herald, break open mid tower, then Vladimir and me can take full control. And the reason why I'm taking full control here as well is because... A second, I'm just gonna take this, smite that shit. So also, I'm timing my pathing with the waves, as you can see. So now I know if I take blue buff, I'll be late on this mid lane wave, so I'm skipping it, you see? So now I'm pinging on the way. And I'm gonna just literally go behind him. So while I go behind him, I'm gonna ping both my laners to play safe, because I know mid tower is free here. And I'm literally showing right now, so if they're fighting, they might die, right? That guy's really trolling. Oh, okay, it's ultimate, okay. Oh, but that's juicy, but okay, he got full, but that guy got double kill. Actually, that's skin, but I didn't see his ultimate, but and Vladimir got a double kill, and we got mid tower. And my silence didn't die. If Lilia was not mid lane, and let's say I popped Herald, and I got a lot, but my silence died, that is not good. So as a jungler, when you have a plan, and you know which lane you're going to, just make sure that your lanes are not inting. So that's really huge, right? So now I know my team needs to base ASAP. Like now, this is called down tempo, which means that enemy tunnel now can push mid lane and move somewhere. So during this period of time, all you want to do is track what they can do. So I'm pinging my bot lane to be careful, because tunnel can be moving to bot. So they should peace out there. But there, they happen to back off, right? But maybe they didn't back off and they would have died, and it's just your job to recognize, okay, are they fine or not? So now my job is just to play with my Vladimir. So all I'm doing here is just making sure that I play with my Vladimir, that we block together. My Raptors are down as far as I know, so here's the thing, I decided to play bot side, okay, and mid and me are super strong. So knowing that I want to play for the Drake, I need to take one more mid wave before I start it. So I'm just gonna ping, you know, just one more mid wave. I don't see the support, so I have to be slightly careful of that. Okay, Tunnel's showing top side, so when Tunnel shows top side like that, I can probably send it here on bot. Like, here's the thing, I have to play a little bit slow. I'm gonna give to my Vladimir. Because Vladimir will carry the game if he gets more resources. So, I'm gonna ping him. Stay. Because, like, Vladimir can here actually take a bot tower, while my Lucian stays mid lane. This way we actually take bot tower here, and you get the most value out of this. Especially if lanes are respawning. And, I mean, I said I was gonna explain waves and tempo, but here's the thing, like, there's more than waves and tempo. You need to understand the lane assignment as well, and all this stuff, right? But if you do, you're gonna not just get Challenger, by the way, you can get more than Challenger. So as you can see right here, my Vladimir is gonna go back mid lane, by the way. But look, we took a lot of waves on bot, we did item farm, and we got the mid push here. Because my bot is laning 2v1. And these things actually, it's just macro basically. So as I take the Drake here, right, I really have to base. So knowing that I very likely need to base, okay. My boy on bot is taking free bot lane tower here. So all I'm okay, top lane might be dead here, right? Like, I pinged top lane a little bit too late there, but you see, he's all-inning, and I knew that we get a lot on bot side. So, before I actually took the Drake, maybe I could have pinged, hey, don't go too aggressive maybe, because, you know. And I was going to cover top lane here. I think this guy is a bit fucked. I'll just save this. Actually, I might just blow this wave. Okay, so I show mid lane. Sorry, top lane. So I'm just gonna ping my laners to play safe because enemy really wants to fight, as you can see. Okay, let me see if I can do so. That's not too bad, to be honest. Oh. Okay. But like you see, like as I show top lane, even if you're Iron, right? Like imagine Simon killing the K'Sante. What are they gonna try to do? Of course they're gonna try to fight, right? So your job is to like see if they're in danger or not and make sure they're just not inting. But the thing is that it's not always gonna work, right? But at least you win. You can win against the casino. Like I see SOLOQ's casino. If you ping, there's a chance you might win the casino. If you don't ping, there's a high probability you're gonna lose the casino. So you need to make sure you get good habits, basically. So one thing we have to always do, right, is think about what you're playing for. So right now, I know we are playing 1-3-1. We are playing for top tower, okay? And knowing that I want to play for top tower means that I'm gonna base here. Because I have so much gold, and oh, that's one hit actually. I didn't see that. Okay. So here's the thing. I don't want to play for top tower, okay? So the questions in mid game, there's like a concept where you can think about, okay, what are you playing for, and how do you play for it, and when do you play for it, right? So I want to play for top tower. How I play for it, I need to get mid purity, and if I can't get it through my Lucian, I'll have to get it through my Vladimir. So what Vladimir has to do, he has to push top lane and move mid lane, because if he doesn't do that, I cannot get mid purity. So right here, he's getting a bit zoned, right? And my Lucian is basing, so I just have to wait for my teammates. We are really strong now. Okay, so here's the thing. My Vladimir and Lucian is basing, right? So this means we're down tempo, which means that the enemy team is faster. So my job here is just to play defensive and just wait. Then Lucian comes back on the map. Okay, I mean, not if they're trolling, right? Then you just play aggressive, of course. He was sending it a bit there, but that's okay. Okay, I'm just thinking we can actually go top lane here and still push, because I'm not sure. I've actually forgot what HPs they were, but I just assumed they're based. But if you're not sure, right, just don't use your abilities. I still have the health for 100 seconds, so it's the same process, buddy. This will happen in SOLOQ. I still don't want to play for top tower. Just repeat the process. So now we have top lane pushed in, which means that we can ARAM and get full control back. So right now, my Vladimir and I mean, they're probably full control here, right? So that's the thing. And I'm not gonna put down a pink ward yet. Okay, here's the thing as well. They have mid priority, which means they can move first from mid lane. Okay, there's no wards here, so this is called a fast play. Like, we have to kill this guy fast before his teammates are arriving. So we're getting a lot on top lane here, okay? So here's the thing. We just have to play safe. On mid. I mean, we already died by it, but yeah. You guys get the idea. Like, my job right now is to make sure we clear mid lane and get top tower. While we're just playing defensive here. He might take my whole bot side here, but I'm okay with that because we're taking so much on top lane here. And I think the moment Twitch is going bot lane, by the way, I think we can even go for Baron here. So honestly, I'm just gonna ping the Baron right there. Because this forces them to move to us and cancel the Drake. And if they come to us, I'll flash and everything to turn on them. Like, my Lucian there is kind of trolling, should have went mid lane, but that's okay. They take the Drake, but we take the Baron here. I would call it Lurp. Okay, so here's the thing. You instantly base. And as you base, right? I'm just gonna go Void stuff because enemy actually buys some MR. So here's the thing again. What am I playing for? I'm playing for mid bot. So how do I play for it? I'm gonna make sure I push mid lane, push them out, make them show. And then basically I can take full control. So when I'm just thinking, okay, which wave would I like to do so? So this wave right there, I would like to do so. He's dead, so that's a bit unfortunate. But here's the thing as well, we are playing mid bot, right? Which means that they have full control since they just played for the Drake. So I'm making sure I sweep all the flank wards. So I'm thinking about which wave, and that wave that I pinked right there should be the wave that's protected. Like, I want him to not take this wave, because this wave is really important for us to use for Baron. So, here's the thing. Vladimir can keep pushing here and Lucian can base. I was gonna cover my boy here a bit. So here's the thing, they can move from mid to bot lane, right? But I can be at, it's called like a living ward, that's what I like to call it. Like my Vladimir can push while I'm just tracking them. So I'm just gonna ping my Vladimir to keep pushing here because we still Baron, right? So like here I'm just dancing with them, buddy. I'm not even committing. Here I know I'm getting free bot lane tower. I don't have any abilities, so lol, haha. Anyway, we killed him there. So, by the way, my Vladimir is getting a lot of resources here, and as you can see, when he's split pushing, I know how to play around him and just basically make sure that we are winning the trade. And this Vladimir is like omega fucking cracked. I'm telling you, he took so crazy amount. And he has both summons right now, so as of right now, we are, once again, I'm thinking about what am I playing for next. So if I look at the map, right, there's not anything up, and regarding what I'm playing for, well, I get Void Staff, and we just wait for the Drake. So as we play for the Drake, the only thing you can do is just make sure we have full control over the bot side, and once we have full control of the bot side, we just push, hide, right? So So when I'm gonna do that, not this wave, because my Vladimir can go for one more wave. And after it takes one more wave, I know on that wave we're playing. Which means that right now my Lucian, right, should not play aggressive, because I'm covering my top laner. And I know that I'm not top lane, sorry, not mid lane. So these two lanes have to play safe while I cover top lane. Because I know on the next wave I want to play it. So I'm just gonna ping my teammates to move. I can even clear his wards, like. Hello mid wave, hello guys, this is illegal. Okay, my Vladimir is really far away, but I'm still looking minimap if he's coming or not. We need to play slow here because my Vladimir is not here. We do not fight without the Vladimir. You got every single resource in the game. That guy's dead, I think. I think he got the Vladimir shit or not. Honestly, I'm not sure where they are, but anyway, we get the free mid tower here. So as you can see, the Drake spawning in 50 seconds, okay? So we are basing for the Drake ASAP and preparing for it. Like, do you see how like I'm dragging my laners to like move around, and if they're not coming, I'll adapt because in SOLOQ, they won't always listen. And that's just life, you know. Sometimes they listen, sometimes they don't, but at least by pinging, there's a chance they might follow and listen. Because my Lucian is dead though, I think this Drake might be a bit hard to contest, and Vladimir lost both summoners. So it's only the second Drake. It's really okay giving this Drake and not fight for it. Like, some people are so desperate for the Drake, but there's no need. You can just give it in this case, right? Like, I'm not interested. So knowing that, instead, we're gonna take full control of the top side. So I'm gonna just ping, hey, go top, give, it's okay. Please give it, please give it, please give it. Like, we shouldn't care about the Drake. Because setting up topside control is more important, and once you get full topside control, it's gonna be really hard for them to face check. So once again, like, I don't want to play for Ben, right? So that wave that's coming right there, I'm gonna ping my Olaf to sprint here, mid lane. And I'm gonna send it. Here I'm staying a bit close to my Lucian because Twitch might open on him with Rakan. So as you can see, every lane is moving right and we're chilling. But now we can just go deeper here. And we can take full control. Yo, my team is Smurf in there, but there's a Talonsky and Anyway, we can take one more mid lane wave here. Wait, one more mid lane wave here. Like, we can for sure do the Baron, that's not an issue. So now we want to do the Baron. So here's the thing, I'm just gonna show myself here. Because I know Baron's really free, right? I'm trying to zone the enemy Lilia a bit. Do I die from this? That switch is fucking OP, but eh? Bruh. Ward? I'm pretty sure I can steal it though. I mean, at least I got the Baron. I mean, Lilia managed to hit 2-3 people with the ultimate, so that's slightly unfortunate in the Baron. But anyway, regardless, I got the Baron and it can't end here, and my Vladimir will have both summoners. And they should not be able to survive that. So despite my top lane being 1-8 and my bot lane being 5-15, we can actually win this game. And even though it's pretty hard because my team is really fucking boosted, like, it's actually winnable by just playing like a human with macro. As having the right decision making. Okay, do I sell this actually? I'm gonna keep it. It gives me 35 AP. It's pretty juicy. Okay, so here's the thing again. What am I playing for? Drake's up in 2 minutes. My Vladimir's flash. Save or flash for Drake. It's really important. Let's say if Vladimir kills someone right now and uses flash, right? Before the Drake. That's not worth it. You should always try to save for the big objectives. We do have the Baron though, so I think I can actually send it. This should be dead, right? They're all 1 HP. Okay, I'm gonna try to bait the Twitch here. This guy will for sure open on me. And I have stopwatch, so... Actually doesn't have ultimate, but hey. Okay, he does. Okay, Drake is in 1 minute, so I don't want to play for that. So, especially now Drake is up, make sure to base for it. So, the most important thing you can do is this guy's dead by the way, screen. He's not dead, but you're chilling. Right, I'm gonna yoink his red buff first though. Bro, you think you're gonna hit red buff, buddy? I don't think so. Not if you're that boosted. Anyway, Drake's in 30 seconds, and I have my Zhonya's very soon. Here's the thing, I do need to base ACP. So I get my Zhonya's after this ward, right? It's like a really huge item. So we play for the Drake, so I'm basing. I'm not on the map. What does it mean? My laners have to not int. That's a very difficult thing to do, right? Approximately, they've died once every minute, so... They're gonna die, like in the next minute, if they haven't died, that's an accomplishment. So, they should not be able to fight the Drake, because we're really strong, and Twitch are top lane, so they're probably gonna try to trade, right? So, but I'm just gonna sprint the Drake here, because we're on a timer. So as I'm playing for the Drake here, okay, what I'm playing for next is basically the top side, because other towers are down, I can't really do too much, right? So, it's the same thing, you set up the top side, and here's the thing is that if I actually really try this elo and I think about what I play for, how I play for, lanes play safe and waves, you can actually get quite far. I'm not playing like mechanically really insane or anything, it's just decision making mostly. So right here I know that I want to play for Baron, so what does it mean? My question that I'm asking myself is does any of my laners need the base? That's one. Are they safe? Seems like they're pretty safe at the moment. And right now they have full control of the top side, okay? So we need to retake it by sweeping the area. I'll flash in 60 seconds. So, I'm gonna make sure... Okay, they see me right now, so... Oh, I misclicked. Okay. All my laners to be chilling here. It should be okay. Nice. So, like 1 minute, I make sure that my Vladimir takes one more wave, please. The reason I want to take one more wave is because if he doesn't take one more wave, we can't ARAM. And we should really be ARAMing. So I'll just take it instead of him. Because now, I mean, not always, right? But most of the times, one of them has to show top lane when a wave is like this. I have a really good position here, and I believe they don't see me here. Here's the thing, the Baron's in 1 minute, right? So if I use my flash right now and Twitch respawns, that might not be that great. I was gonna base for a blue pot. I'm not letting him walk in for free here. That's like really important to like not give them this control if you don't have to. So here's the thing, Talon has teleport and we don't have teleports, so before Baron's up, ideally, we just take one wave and then we just force the Baron fight. So right now, I mean they see me on ward here, right? So I think very likely the guy will be piecing out. But here honestly, we have to just rush the Baron here. Because we're on a timer. We have a wave. I think we can end. Vladimir steals flash and we have some abilities. So you see I'm tanking. The reason I'm tanking is because that my laners can actually hit the wave already. So, I mean here I'm not gonna tank because I do need my HP. GG, whoo, banger game. But as you can see, mostly this game was just mostly decision making, and that's how you can actually carry games. And this is just master Ela, but you should use this as well in Challenger, this decision making.